It's Friday, so let's talk about the new episode of Dickinson, Season 3, Episode 4. This is my letter to the world. Hey everyone, this is David Stark from Watcher Pass, and it's Friday, so let's talk about Dickinson. This week we have Season 3, Episode 4. This is my letter to the world. I'm going to talk about the episode, some things I liked about it, some things I didn't like about it. There will be spoilers in my conversation, so if you haven't seen it yet, pop into Apple TV. It's a 30-minute episode, so you can check it out pretty quickly and then come back. But just be warned, I will be talking about things that happen in the episode starting now, because I'm going to talk about the main things in this episode itself. So in Season 3, Episode 4, we have a few big events. You get introduced to the 1st Black Regiment. Emily Dickinson hangs out with Walt Whitman and goes to a rave. I mean, who had that on their Dickinson bingo card? And then also the Dickinson family gets fleas. So those are kind of the three main plot lines, although the fleas one seems like a throwaway, and you'll see that in my things I didn't like. So things I liked about this episode. The first is I really liked seeing the 1st Black Regiment. I thought that was an interesting way to kind of introduce these characters. I liked the characters a lot. And then I also liked that even though this is kind of a historic moment, there was still instances of inequality that were highlighted early and vocally, which was it was a nice touch, because you had this kind of momentous moment, and then still they were not treated the same. So I thought that was a good thing to highlight, and I liked that that this episode went there. The second thing I liked is seeing Austin seems like trying to become a father. There was a tender moment when he was trying to sing to the baby, and Sue was not having it because the baby was asleep. But I do like that Austin was trying. It felt like maybe now that he has a baby, maybe he's finally starting to get it to click. We'll see if that continues through the episode or if he goes back to his vices. But I did like seeing him actually try. And the third thing I really liked is Emily admitting her feelings. Like I didn't love the Walt Whitman arc, but during this poet rave, whatever you want to call the event that happened, Emily did admit her feelings to Sue, and very vocally and very publicly, at least in this little safe space of random people in this club. So I like that. I like that she actually admitted it. Maybe her and Sue can actually be happy, and we'll see what happens. But those are the three things I liked about this episode. Things I did not love about this episode. I didn't love Walt Whitman's character, and maybe this is how he actually was, but he just felt kind of abrasive and kind of loud. I guess it was a nice contrast with Emily, who is a little bit quieter. But I don't know. I didn't really feel his character, although it did lead to one of the things I did like about this episode. So maybe that's a necessary evil. And the second thing I didn't love is the whole flea plot line. That thing, it just felt kind of tacked on for comedic value, but I didn't find it very funny. It just felt like it was kind of a throwaway point that didn't have to be in this episode. It just, I guess you do get to see the rest of the Dickinson family, so that is a plus. But it just didn't really seem to add anything to the story, and so I just wish it would have been cut for something else. And the last thing I didn't love is this episode did feel like it was a little bit slower than the previous ones. Maybe the other ones were faster because you were just kind of getting right back into the season. But this episode, the pace, it didn't seem to move as fast. It felt like the whole episode was a large chunk of just Emily and Walt Whitman, with a little fillers on the sides, and so it didn't hold my interest as much as the earlier episodes of Dickinson. But, I guess we'll see. It's still early in the season, so we'll see where this goes. But you know what? At the end of the day, I guess we'll see what happens. We'll see, do they get rid of the fleas? I assume they will. Will Emily act on her admitted feelings to Sue? Will Sue be conflicted because she's going to have Emily on the one hand, and then maybe an Austin who is starting to become a father? I think that could be an interesting plot line, and we'll see where the Black Regiment storyline goes. Maybe they will finally get some equal treatment. I'm not sure. But I guess we'll see. It's still early in the season. This is only Season 3, Episode 4, so there's still plenty of episodes to go, but I'm excited to see where it goes. So thanks so much for watching. If you liked this review, please like and subscribe to this channel. It helps me out a lot. Make sure all my new content goes straight to you. Thank you.